Greetings, all you zombots out there. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and I'm coming at you with issue number 27 of IDW's Sonic the Hedgehog. It's All or Nothing, Part 2, as we see the battle between our resistance fighters and the Deadly Six in order to stop the spread of the Zombot Plague. Let's jump in. As we have the showdown between Zomnom and Amy and Tails already in action. Now, Zomnom's power comes from the fact that he's not just strong, he's also fairly quick. And he's also extremely durable. Now, something worth noting in this issue is that art is done by both Evan Stanley and Adam Bryce Thomas. And it's not just them working on one story, one working on the other. They kind of switch back and forth. And you can kind of tell whose is whose because of the line work. When it comes to Evan Stanley's line work, her line work is always very thick and it feels kind of meaty. There's a lot of a feeling that of weight in a certain sense. Not to say that Adam Bryce Thomas's work doesn't have weight. It's just that when it comes to his penciling, there's it feels that Evan Stanley has a greater concept of depth of feel than Adam does. Not to say that hers work is worse, it's just that her work feels chunkier in a lot of ways. Like you can almost feel the weight behind it. Whereas Adam, his strength comes from the fact that he just knows how to do his cartoons well. It's fun, it's colorful, but you can also tell that his pencil work is a little bit lighter, a lot thinner than what Evan does. Evan has more hefty shadows, will put more lines for emphasis. She really goes for that depth. She strives for that sense of depth. Adam, on the other hand, he doesn't put all his eggs into that. He just makes sure that his line work is on point every time. Now, with the Zomnom, he straight up tries to eat Amy's hammer. Like, dude, what a weirdo. But, everything they throw at this guy just does not seem to do anything. And nothing short of just trying to trick him by saying, oh, we dropped our food back there. You better go get it. It was super delicious. Can actually seem to do anything from him. But he's just so stupid and just so angry that even trying to formulate a plan doesn't really net them much of anything. Sonic made it seem defeating him easy before, but that's because Sonic was just so quick-witted. He could figure things out on the fly and could get it done. But here, it's just like they've got nothing to go off of. And this especially starts to become dire when Zomnom realizes he got tricked and starts sending the Zombot hordes after them, turning a bad situation worse. Meanwhile, Cream made the mistake of following General to tangle with Xena, and she's just none of this. And she even taunts the fact that they tried to basically send a robot after her, which, it really does beg the question, why did they think this would work? It really does make you wonder why they thought sending a robot like General after the Deadly Six, the ZT, that who can control all automatons. What did they think was going to happen? Why didn't they think the possibility of him getting controlled was even within the realm of possibility? So we have that happen, but General shows that he is smarter than your average bear by actually managing to overpower the mind control, by damaging some of his relay servers. That way she can't control him directly. But, because of Xena's innate ability, she's able to send out these energy tendrils to take control of General in another way. So whereas his mind might not be controlled, his body is. And Cream tries her best to fight back, even striking at Xena. However, Xena starts to get the upper hand as she flings Gemerald into the Zombot crowd to be held while she deals with Cream personally, threatening to infect her. So I really do love this matchup. We have the sweetest character against the cruelest character, and it also kind of reminds me of Sonic Battle a little bit, where in that game Rouge was very, very cruel and very vain the way that Xena is. So it really harkens back to the crueler nature of one character, and I kind of do wonder if Ian is drawing upon that, or it's just going off generic bad girl, femme fatale kind of stuff. Meanwhile, as Amy and Tails escape the hordes and Zomnom on the rooftops, he starts to burrow underground to give chase, destroying the buildings that they stand on. However, once Amy and Tails reach the gate, they use that to their advantage, bringing the gate down right on Zomnom so they can take his Chaos Emerald, leaving him to his fate because without the Chaos Emerald, he can't fully control the Zombot hordes. It's, it's a fate. It's just like it was a fun little thing, but it's just like that's kind of how the Deadly Six come. They're not really the most engaging villains. They present a minor obstacle, and that's all they were really created to be, minor obstacles. However, the showdown with Xena actually is impactful because she's creating such a dire situation and because of the nature of her cruelty. As General manages to break free of the Zombots and manages to get Xena away from Cream. And even when she tries to bring back out the energy tendrils, General uses that in order to tie her up while Cream takes the emerald away from her. And without that, she's not able to exert that same kind of control. And pissed off about what Xena did to Cream, he takes her and chucks her right into the Zombots, immediately leaving her to be infected. And this moment, unlike with Zomnom, is just like this moment with Xena is chilling because you just see her overwhelmed, left to her fate, as Cream just turns away and you hear her screams in the background. Like, dude, friggin' brutal. Just friggin' brutal. But it couldn't have happened to a nicer person. And by that I mean a bitch. That's her personality. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you take offense to that, but her personality is bitch. Unfortunately, and this moment straight up brought me to tears. Not like full on sobbing, but I teared up something fierce. Because we see that, despite General's best efforts, Cream was still infected. And so she begs General to take the emerald back and she'll stay behind so not to endanger anyone else. But, being the true friend that he is, General takes the emerald, chucks it through the portal, and he says he'll stay with Cream until she turns. And until she is well once again. Like, I know Cream is gonna get better. That goes without saying. Of course, that's the direction it's going, but this moment with him just flying off, General not wanting to leave her to just be alone as she turns, just to be with her so she won't be afraid and alone. Now that is some powerful stuff. I loved it. I hated it and I loved it all at the same time. But that's not the worst news, as we come to find out that Zavik has turned his sights on Angel Island, thus ending our issue. What a good issue. The story with Amy and Tails and Zomnom was okay. Just them trying to figure out how to take down that walking wall of meat was fascinating. But, the whole story with General, Xena, and Cream, like that was brutal. Because Cream is so sweet, and Xena is just so terrible. She's just terrible. And it was a great matchup, all things considered. Like, really, I would always think that if anyone would have made a good competition for Xena, it would be Rouge. But this matchup really did something for me. And having Cream be a casualty and all that, you know, ultimately it's because she was just so desperate to cure her mother and just not be left behind, because honestly, leaving her alone is the worst thing you could do to her. Just having her stay behind and wait. But really, it's weird. I don't know, because, not to question Ian's writing here, because ultimately it paid off in spades. But having the heroes let General go on this mission, I really just have to question that, because it's just like, yo, did nobody stop and think, oh, robot, Deadly Six, controls machines. Now, they tend to control machines of a lesser mind, but there's still some control with the more advanced AIs and stuff like that. Just came off a little bit weird. Feels like there should have been a little bit more to it, but General broke free of his original programming, so did Emerald, so did Omega, so did Gamma, so I guess there's at least some basis. A robot who has rebelled once before will not go back to being controlled against their will. I guess that's just a way of artificial intelligence in this universe, but not the worst little bit of plot situation. There's at least enough reasoning to just make it a decent way around everything, but even still. But it was a good issue. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. How did you feel about this issue and the loss of Cream? How did you feel about the showdowns with the Deadly Six? And if you liked this video, leave me a like. If you didn't, leave me a dislike, and I will see you in the next video. Till next time, bye bye.